so much that it has completely devoid its life. It is lifeless. And when that food has become lifeless, it will dampen your Agni. That's the bad part, is not only it tastes good on the tongue, but it dampens your cellular fires and it extinguishes your fire slowly and steadily. So if your majority of food is like this, forget about your ability to digest it, because it's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker, and afterwards, even if you eat healthy foods, it's not going to work, because now this has become weak so much that you're not going to digest that. So when you talk about rasa, and when you talk about the food which is having the basic elemental Agni and the fire in them, which is called as Panchabhautagni or Panchabhautik Agni, that Agni should be able to help my Agni to digest that food much more easily. If the food is alive, fresh, vibrant, we call it as the mana in the food. You know this word mana? In Hawaiian they call it mana. In Chinese they call it chi. In the Vedic terms we call it as the prana in the food. Is the life. Is the life force. Chi, prana, mana. It should be there in the food, you digest it and you are fine. It is 100% recyclable, made in nature, made by nature. But if you are eating things which are not that way, then it will dampen in here and it will create more subtle impurities in the microdigestion, and that's very bad. I met a person who was eating fish every day. Okay, and I said, what quality fish? And he says, mostly tuna, mostly canned, and having Parkinson's with very high levels of mercury in his food. So if you are eating food which is toxic, consuming it every day, that toxicity goes into the tissue. So all of his body tissues are actually crumbled because of those heavy metal toxicity now. Because he thought that this is fish what he's eating, but that fish was ridden with the industrial pollutants, and that pollutants, the body doesn't know what to do with it. It knows how to digest fish. It doesn't know what to do with mercury. It gets stuck into your tissues. And then you have a neurological problem, which the body doesn't have any cure how to do that. Okay? So we see this constantly, whether it is pesticides, colors, additives, preservatives, everything will devoid the Agni, they make the food lifeless, and will create bigger problems and challenges. Are you with me? Good. So it maintains the body temperature and pH through the sweat glands. The body wants to maintain the pH. What is the pH of the blood? That's very good. 7.365 is the pH of the blood. When it goes under that, it becomes acidic, and when it goes the other way, it becomes alkaline. So you need to maintain this, which is neither too acidic nor too alkaline. So you need to maintain your body pH at that level, and the body has a way of not making your body very acidic. When you're not drinking enough water, your body will get very acidic. When you're drinking caffeine, what is the biggest side effect of caffeine? Heartburn. But the reason why heartburn